Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about layers. Layers can be really powerful. We're going to stay kind of at the beginner part of this that I find is pretty much what you use 90% of the time anyhow. So most of you are probably very familiar with layers. You can stack layers. This layer is on top of that way, so you have to think of the camera looking this way. So layer A is over layer BG, which I think stands for background. So let's just make a background here real quick. We're just going to go with the not the stencil brush. Hello. There we are. I'm going to go back to green. Oh, wakey, wakey. Not that green, though. I want to pick another green. Let's go with a nicer... This is not... There we go. Do I like that? I think I do. Maybe more like that. There. Okay, let's just hit that so I'll be able to find that. And make a giant brush here. And go back to our solid brush. Just defaults it down there. Kabam. And so now I'm just going to draw green hill. Whee! Let's go through here. All right, so this is our background, i.e. our hill. And we're going to go back to our ghost. We're going to go here on this layer right here. And we'll make it, we'll outline it out of black. Making sure I'm there. Make our line a little bit bigger. And here's our ghosty ghost. Ghost. This one, this will be a happy ghost. We'll have eyes, and this one will be a yay. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and draw behind. There we go. Go back down. Okay, so now we have layer 1, the layer A, and layer B. What's important is that you usually want to assign a character per layer, because while you're making movements and changes and stuff, it's going to be a lot easier for you to handle that per layer as opposed to clicking on multiple layers. The way to add a layer is by going down here. Let me zoom into here. You've got these things over here. Here's add vector layer, and here's add a bitmap layer. I don't really know why people would use bitmaps, but I don't know a lot. So I'm pretty much a vector layer kind of guy. So if you add a vector layer, that just adds a layer right there in the top. So now we have our top layer. And it starts out with no eyeballs in our view. Let's take a look at this right here. See. So we can see they're giving us a side eye like, what are you doing over there? This one's like, well, I'm not seeing nothing. Well, that's because there's nothing drawn on it. As soon as you draw on it, it changes the eyeballs. We'll just make it real quick, Mark. There you go. So it changed the eyeballs. Now, clicking in the eyes, poking in the eyes, ow! That turns off the layer. Ow! Ow! That turns back on the layer. So you can see that there's your visuals. Let's say you want to name something different besides BG, A, and B. By just clicking on that, you can name that back G. It's kind of like the OG. And then I could just label this ghost. And boom, that might make it a little bit easier when we've had a whole bunch of different layers added on here. To delete a layer, you can select it, hit the trash can. That gets rid of the layer. I'm going to add another layer on here. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more layers. Let's say on here, let's say layer B, we're going to give our ghost some ears. All right, so we're going to start over here, make sure I have my black swatch here, and draw some ears over there. This ghost has ghosty ears. And then let's say in layer A, I wanted to have some hair that stuck out of the ghosts. And I'm like, I really like that. I'm going to go with that. Now, to keep yourself from needing to constantly move these 3 layers, you can actually merge them. By right-clicking on here, you can go to Merge Layers. It's going to give you your list. I don't want to merge the background, but I want to merge the ghost with the ears and the hair by just clicking OK. And bam! If I go over here and select this layer, I can now move it. You can see it all moves together as one layer. The other thing you can do here is by right-clicking, you can see how you can rename, you can add a whole bunch of different stuff, you can show and hide, you can even duplicate. So if you wanted 2 layers, 2 ghosts, Now you have two ghosts, so if I go over here and on that, select it, move it out, and now I have a ghost and his cloned friend. So that's pretty much the basic part of layers, and that's pretty much what you'll be using for a lot of your projects.